I am going to make a holiday brownie kit. It actually has components for decorating the brownies. So if I need to keep them busy and give them a task to do, that'll take care of it right there. So the brownies actually begin with brown butter. So I have been browning the butter, and just in the last few seconds, it started to get that beautiful golden nutty color. That is the best way to start a batch of brownies. So of course I've got to add chocolate, and I have two kinds of chocolate to add at this stage. Chopped bittersweet chocolate and just unsweetened cocoa powder. So it's good to add it when the butter is really sizzly and hot, because then it'll take care of melting the chocolate for you. And I have to say, even though I cried when each of my children left the house to go on to the next stage in their life, I also kind of got used to them being gone once they were gone. And there have been times over the past few years when they're all home that I'll just look around and say, would you all please exit my kitchen immediately? I need some peace and quiet. They don't take it personally, they understand. All right, so this chocolate is just about totally melted. So I am gonna sweeten things up by adding regular sugar, a whole bunch, and powdered sugar. Basically, this brownie recipe is incredible. It's my basic brownie recipe, but only recently have I started browning the butter first. And you wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but oh, it does. So now I have 6 eggs to add, and I'm gonna add them one at a time, stirring well after each one. So here goes with 1, then the rest, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The eggs are mixed in. So now it's time for the flour. Very basic, beautiful ingredients in these brownies. Nothing complicated about them. So when the flour is just about all mixed in, that's when I add the third kind of chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I add them toward the end of making the batter because I want them to stay kind of together, and then when the brownies bake, they add just an extra richness and gooiness to the brownies. Oh, this looks so good. These are rich chocolate brownies. Okay, so I have a sheet pan that I'm gonna bake the brownies in, and I lined it with parchment and sprayed the parchment paper because I don't want the brownies to stick. And this is quite a big pan of brownies. You can cut this recipe in half if you want to, and just bake it in a smaller pan. But as I said, the Drummond kids are coming to town, and they are a very tall people. And they are a chocolate-loving people. Especially Todd, my one kid who's still at home. I'm telling you, that child is a sweets addict. He loves chocolate. I'd say he will probably polish off at least a third of this pan himself. Okay, got it all spread out. The brownie batter looks incredible. So now I'm gonna bake the brownies, take them out and let them cool, and make the buttercream. So first, to bake the brownies, I'll put them in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes, remove them when they're just set, and let them cool. Next, I'll start the buttercream. I'll add 8 cups of powdered sugar to 4 sticks of room temperature salted butter, along with 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and beat them until they're smooth and fluffy. Then I'll divide the buttercream between 3 bowls, add green coloring to one, enough to get some really good color, and mix it in. I'll add red food coloring to bowl 2. Again, you want a really strong color. Mix that in, and put lids on my festive buttercreams ready for the kit. I'll just get the buttercream onto the sheet pan, along with cute little Christmas candies and sprinkles. So for the brownies, I'm gonna cut these up into squares, and you can make them as large or as small as you want. I kind of like making them on the big side, and then there's plenty of canvas for the decorating. So while I cut these up, let me show you how this holiday brownie kit becomes holiday brownies. So you take a brownie square, get to work with the colored buttercream, and decorate with fun holiday candy and sprinkles. How cute is that? There's so many ways the kids can create their merry masterpieces. Well, that's just a few of the ways the brownies might come together. I hope the buttercream doesn't wind up all over the kitchen. That's happened before too. All right, I'm sealing up the brownies in a container, and that is the brownie kit. So I'm gonna actually keep it in the fridge just so the buttercream stays nice and fresh. See if I can fit it in here with this glorious soup kit. Okay, good to go. I wish the kids would hurry up and get here. I'm ready for the holiday fun to start.